Welcome. I am Alasdair Beckett-King, and this is Nevermore. And I don't like to swim in the sea for 3 reasons. The first is the briny salt water makes my hair go crispy. That's the first reason. And the second reason is I keep luring sailors to their death. I don't know if this is happening to anyone else. I can't go down the beach now. I can't just sit on a rock with my hair blowing in the wind. I can't unbutton a second shirt button. I can't sing an enchanting melody. I can't do any of my old hobbies without causing a major international shipping incident. I grew up in the northeast of England, where the beaches are black with coal dust and the people are white with grievances. I made the mistake of saying that to someone from County Durham, where I'm from, and she corrected me on the joke. She said, "No, that's not accurate. We've cleaned the beaches." So things are changing. My first job was working on a ride over a pier on the North Sea, the icy grey North Sea. And I worked on a ride called The Ride of Your Life. And we called it that because every year someone died. And that was just the price of fun in those days. Every year a child would be wounded or an OAP flung into the surf. It's like, well, what do you want us to do? Close the ride? It's not going to happen. People really like it. It's a large piece of machinery designed to spin human beings around and around and around, operated and maintained by bored teenagers. Every so often, someone is going to whiz off. And hey, when I die, that's how I want to go. I don't want to see the face of God. I want to see a badly airbrushed 90s celebrity. I want to see a wonky Kylie Minogue or Jason Donovan or Jerry Adams. Yeah. I noticed it as well. I think they probably wanted Jerry Halliwell from the Spice Girls, but there was some kind of miscommunication. You could see how the artist would confuse Jerry Adams and Jerry Halliwell. They both lip-synced a lot in the 90s. It's the only explanation I can come up with as to why Jerry Adams was depicted wearing a Union Jack dress. He would not have done that. I'd be sitting there in the ticket booth of The Ride of Your Life, looking out across the coast of the northeast, and I'd see Mr. Dodds, an older gentleman with his mop and bucket, tending to the groins. Now, I'm sure you're aware, I don't need to tell you, groins are the little walls that we build out into the sea to slow the sea down, because the sea is a maniac. The sea comes in like, whoa! And the groins go, chill out. And the sea goes, oh, okay, sploosh. Sploosh. So if you ever enjoyed paddling in the sea, thank a groin, that's all I would say. Now, what you might realize is in the high summer, you've got a problem. The top parts of the groins can dry out and crack, so most councils employ a groin moistener. I'm sorry, is the preservation of our coastlines a joke? No, to be fair to you, Mr. Dodds wasn't actually employed by the council, he was a volunteer. Just did it for the love of moistening groins, which is what makes him a hero in my eyes. Now, it was mostly older people and kids, that's who a pier attracts. And I don't know what the politically correct way of saying this is, but little old ladies really like me. Like, too much, like... Have you seen those old Beatles films where they're being chased down the street by teenage girls? Well, it's those girls' mums now. That's my demographic. They're drawn in by the hair. They approach and we always have the same conversation. They go, oh, wasted on a boy. And they follow up with a question, do you mind if I ask, is it natural? And I say, no, I was cursed by a traveling peddler. To wander the earth, never knowing rest, for 500 years! And they hate that. Little old ladies hate whimsy. They like proper punchlines. That's just a fact. I'll never forget one time I was sitting in the ticket booth of The Ride of Your Life, and I saw a little old lady at one end of the pier, and I saw a little old lady at the other end of the pier walking towards each other. And I knew what was going to happen. I knew they would pass, and I knew they would have a moment of interaction. Because little old ladies are like bus drivers in that respect. You know the way a bus driver can't pass another bus driver without going, bus driver? I also am. Oh, anyway, they have to have that moment of interaction. Little old ladies are exactly the same. They can't pass without going, little old lady. Me too. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. The two women passed, and it turned out that they knew each other, rendering that bus driver aside irrelevant. And I overheard their conversation. And what I'm going to do is relay it to you as accurately as I can from memory. The first woman said to the other, "Oh, you're back from your holiday. How was Jamaica?" And the other woman said, "I don't have time to stop. I'll fill you in on all the details later." And she started to walk away, and then she stopped. She turned back, and in a conspiratorial tone, she said, "We had to change our clocks." When we got off the plane, we had to change our clocks. You had to change your clocks? We had to change our clocks. Anyway, I'll tell you the rest later. And off she went, the most mysterious person I've ever encountered, having imparted only the most crucial piece of information about her Caribbean holiday of a lifetime. Now, that conversation took place many years ago. Those two women have probably forgotten all about it, and, let's be honest, died. But I'm still alive, and I think about it almost every day because of one word, because of one letter in one word, and that is the letter S in the word clocks. Not the word clock, which, as we all know, conventionally denotes a single timepiece. The word clocks, which suggests the presence of many. Now, can it be that the last woman on Earth to learn about the existence of time zones is also, for reasons we can never hope to penetrate, compelled to travel with supernumerary clocks? Just a surfeit of clocks. Is she simply a proud northern woman? She doesn't trust foreign time. She packs it at home and takes it with her, like bottled water. I have only questions for you. I have no answers, but I fear for that woman, because what kind of life is that? Packing clock after clock after clock into a suitcase, trying to get a grandfather clock in as hand luggage, pushing watches down to the bottom of her husband's socks. They'll never find them there. Her husband, Sidney, he's in the corner of the room. He's tearing his hair out. He thinks she's lost it. He's saying, love, the taxi's here. We're going to miss the flight." She turns to him. She picks up the suitcase and she says, "Don't worry, Sidney. We've got all the time in the world." Okay, hold on a minute. I appreciate the attempted applause, but there was a clear ooh. That's fine. I've brought an alternative backup punchline for that routine. So we'll spool back. We'll try that now. As you imagine, you remember her husband was there. He was going, "Love, the taxi's here. We're going to miss the flight." She turns to him. She lifts up the suitcase and she says, "Don't worry, Sidney. Time flies." No, don't worry. I've got an alternative backup punchline. You remember her husband, Sidney? He was there. He's saying, "Love, the taxi's here. We're going to miss the flight." She turns to him. She picks up the suitcase and she says, "Don't worry, Sidney. I've got a bag full of fucking clocks." If you've seen the big comedians, you know that when they get a massive reaction, when they get a spontaneous round of applause, they go for a little drink of their water. And the problem with that is, you need good jokes, and I get very thirsty. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know that I don't have a strong northeastern accent, because people say to me, "Alasdair, if you're from the northeast of England, how come you talk like a Narnian prince?" And it's a fair comment. The answer is, when I was a kid, I never really felt like I was being bullied enough. And so I developed this persona just to give the bigger boys something to work with. And I've continued it into adulthood. I'm a very pretentious adult. I spend most of my time watching art house films that you've probably never heard of, like Titanic, from the iceberg's perspective. It's a very slow film, but the ending is worth it, I promise. The problem is, everything is streaming these days, and you can't really watch art house films at home. I can be looking at a sad Romanian man sitting on a chair for 40 minutes before I realise broadband is buffering. So I gave up on the art house films, and I decided to catch up on all the Hollywood movies I'd never seen. And I watched Jaws, and it's a really good film. If you haven't seen it, the plot is there's a massive shark. So that's the plot. It's a really good film, but it's a difficult film to understand if you're from the northeast of England, if you grew up on the North Sea coast. This is how Jaws would play out if it happened in County Durham. Alasdair, don't go in the sea. Okay. It's fine. I've never been in the sea, I've never thought of the sea, I've never looked at the sea, but it would just be that for everyone in the region. After half an hour, it would just be the shark going, "Come in the sea! Give it a go!" With Geordies on the beach going, "No." It's bloody freezing, don't be ridiculous. No, I don't like to swim in the sea. I'm not mad keen on going outside anymore. A friend did the introvert test, which is, would you rather be